It was an extremely tight race. I firmly believe the right candidate came out on top, but it goes to show the diversity of the district. I mean, we are a very diverse district, a whole lot of thoughts, a whole lot of goals that may not be aligned, but I truly believe once we have clear conversations, that there's going to be a lot more things that bring us together as a district than divides us. We've changed over the last 10 years. The dynamic of South Knoxville, downtown, East Knoxville, it's evolved and it's still evolving. But, that's why I felt that it was time for me to run. I think I'm a uniter. I'm a person that can understand complicated issues and concerns and bring people together.
Mckenzie looking ahead to the November election, but also preparing for the job if he's elected. The Democratic primary winner watching this week's special session closely, listening to the topics he may be weighing in on next year.
I think some are fairly frivolous in nature because I think there's laws on the books that cover them. But, I do think there needs to be some conversation about what do we do with someone is suing the school system or suing an entity. I do think there need to be guardrails. I think these guardrails that they have in place are a little too tight. So hopefully, that's the legislative process to widen those out. I don't think it's because your son or daughter got contracted that it happened at school X or school Y. So I do think that there need to be limits on that. And then, in terms of the people that are protesting, people have a right to peacefully assemble. And if that's what they're doing, we need to support that as best we can. Now, there's still a body of work to do in Nashville and at Capitol Hill, there in Nashville at the state capitol. But people need to be able to voice themselves, whether I agree with what they're saying or I disagree with what they're saying.
Mckenzie pledging to prioritize health care and education, among other issues he sees as important to the district.
We're not fully funding the Medicaid and our healthcare program in the state of Tennessee. We just had another hospital close, a rural hospital. And I think that should resonate with a lot of what I plan to be my rural colleagues in the House. We need to accept all the money that's due the state of Tennessee. So healthcare reform is going to be number one. And the second one is education. I know the budget is limited right now, but we need to focus our spending on education. Most every school system in the county is either going totally virtual or a hybrid model. That costs money. And we need to understand that. And we need to give our school systems the money that they need, all of them, the urban schools as well as the rural ones. And I don't think the urban schools have been funded at the level that they should. So those are two of the things that I'm going to reach out and fight day one. There's two other big issues, and one of them is very complicated. But one is jobs. I don't think jobs are complicated. Good jobs are scarce. That's a statement of fact, and that comes from two pieces: not of the availability of jobs, but then also the skill set. I work at Oak Ridge National Laboratory. We're doing a lot of construction, but they take skilled craftsmen and ladies to get these jobs. We have to develop our workforce within the 15th district, in particular within the impoverished areas of the 15th district. We got to prepare our workers who don't have the skill set right now, didn't go to college, but don't have the vocation. I think we need to develop that workforce from a technical or hands-on standpoint to be able to get those jobs. We need to bring jobs into Knoxville. And then the second piece is crime and punishment. We've had an outbreak of crime in East Knoxville that's unfortunate over the last couple of weeks, and we need to deal with that crime. And so that's one piece, but it needs to be a community policing. But for those nonviolent offenses or nonviolent offenders, we need to reduce their sentences. Oftentimes they're in there for way too long, and once they get out, if it was a nonviolent offense, they need to be able to get back into the mainstream of our republic.
From now to November, he plans to focus on listening to those who didn't support him in the primary.
I've been making calls and extending olive branches to make sure that I understand that and that I do understand. This was a close vote. There were a lot of people that did not vote for Sam Mckenzie. There was a majority of the 15th district that didn't vote for Sam Mckenzie. I fully understand that. But I also fully understand that I'm the best candidate for the job. And if we have a good dialogue, I think I know that I can get the entire district moving in the right direction.